Hello. Today I'm working on a HP Chromebook. This is an HP x360 Chromebook model 12b-ca0500sa. I've worked on this computer a couple times now, and both times I did notice that the hinge was dodgy. Well, the customer phoned yesterday to say that they weren't sure what happened, but the display broke off or is breaking off of the laptop. So you can see that the hinge is separated from the display. So here the hinge is fully closed and that the display is bent. It's actually cracked. So I'm going to have to address this. So that's what we're doing today. I'm not sure how this lid comes off, like how I need to be really careful. I actually want to check to see, does this display currently work? Where's the power button on this? Okay, the battery's dead. Okay, it's coming on, and it looks okay. Yeah, alright. I'm really worried about this hinge. Don't know how to get this lid off. What I'm worried about is the hinge breaking the glass in the LCD panel. You hear some not very nice sounds when you articulate the hinge. Yeah, I got it to move a little bit. So this is a touch screen as well, so we need to be especially careful. Alright, I'm going to remove the battery from this because this repair is probably going to involve removing the LCD panel, which I don't want the battery to be plugged in when I manipulate that connector. Okay. Something here. Interesting. There we go. I'm just gonna disconnect the battery. There we go. A bit of plastic fell out of here. I think that's from the lid. I'm gonna separate the lid from the body of the computer for safety, because I feel like manipulating the two together is putting so much pressure on the hinge that it's risking cracking the display. And this touchscreen LCD, it's two panels sandwiched together. There's the touch glass on the front, and then behind that, the LCD panel screws onto that. So there'll probably be 2 or 3 connectors that go through the hinge. So there are the wireless antenna wires, which are here. So those are behind the little glass cover or plastic cover. There's this, which I think might be the webcam connector. This has been apart before, and it wasn't me. Or was it? I don't remember taking the display off of this, but this display has been off. Somebody put Kapton tape over the factory tape. There's the factory tape that holds these connectors in. This is I think the webcam. And then, this is the speaker wire. I don't think that goes through the hinge. So here's an antenna wire. One antenna wire goes through this hinge. The other comes across in that little wire loom to that hinge. And then there's the display connector. So the battery's disconnected. It's safe to disconnect the display. So I'll take this Kapton tape off. Try to anyway. It's good tape. And then the LCD connector should just slide out. Yeah, okay. Right, we got another screw there. Okay. These hinges are so bad. Okay. So both of these hinges are quite loose. This one's broken off entirely. Now I need to figure out how to get the back panel off of here. You can see there are some plastic rivets there. There's a little white plastic covers on the front. One of them is missing. That's maybe it was bonded to the LCD panel or the touch panel. I don't know. Yeah, seems like it's part of the touch panel. Ugh. Oh boy. I really want this cover, this lid, to just pop off. I think it's supposed to. I feel like it may have been taped in or something. It's making some terrible sounds. It sounded like glass breaking there for a second. I don't know if you've ever broken a mirror, but that's what it sounds like. Okay. So there's, yeah, double-sided tape here. There's going to be some along the other edge too. This feels bad. So I guess if I just run down under the tape, I should be able to do it without flexing the LCD. Yeah, I think that's working. This is not good. I'm not putting too much force on here, but I'm putting enough that I can see the LCD panel and the digitizer flexing a little bit. Yeah, somebody has definitely had this open before. There are two mismatched pieces of tape. There's this black tape, the kind that you would see in a mobile phone, bits of plastic taped to it. And then there's this translucent double-sided tape here, and that was taped right onto the metal frame of the LCD. If this LCD panel escapes unharmed, I'm going to be impressed. Ugh. Oh my gosh. So there's a little circuit board here, which is probably part of the touchpad pickups. The LCD panel, there's another tiny circuit board here. I don't know if that goes up to a webcam or no, there's a webcam on the lid. So here's the webcam. This is the pretty standard HP webcam that has both visible and infrared webcams on it. Only the visible is used on this model. And then we have the hinge. So this hinge is intact. I mean, look at that. Those screws are loose. Oh yeah, there's nothing for that screw to screw into. That's broken. Those two are tight, but this one's broken. So that needs to come out. I'm going to move this LCD panel so I'm not working on top of it. And I'll turn this over so it's in my preferred work area. So this is tricky. There are wires going through this hinge. But I guess that's okay. So, typical hinge problem, you know, where the plastic is broken out of where it screws into. So, both of these, let's see, this looks dodgy. No, it's okay. But this is definitely broken. I think I'll remove the screw. And this is the good hinge, remember. This is the good side. So, I just want to, yeah, that's quite tight, actually. Can't quite see where that's supposed to go because there's a little metal cover. Oh, good. It's more like foil than metal. Metal. So, where exactly does this fit? Yeah, there's a lot of plastic broken off in here. Okay, here comes the glue. Okay, that side was the easy side. Now let's have a look at this other one. So there's a bit of plastic that's ripped out of the what? Oh, this has been glued. Oh, out of here. Yeah, so this whole thing is flipped back. Okay. So all three of these, I actually might have better luck super gluing these directly into here. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm going to screw 2 of these screws back in to hold some pressure on. Actually, I might put a dab of glue where that piece came off. Okay, so now that's holding all that tight. I'm going to jack this up and just leave this for a little while. Yeah, I don't feel good about this side. Doesn't quite fit properly, actually. No. Okay, that was a bad idea. Gonna take it apart. I'm not sure this piece is in correctly. Just putting pressure down on the area where I just glued. Yeah, I realize it's going to glue some paper towel to that, but that's okay. Oh, now I will let that harden and hope for the best. Because the alternative is going to be hot glue, and I don't think there's enough room in here to really hot glue anything. Fingers are quite dirty. So, I'll be back when this hardens. Okay, I've had some weight on this, letting it dry for the past, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. I'm going to screw the hinge back on and see if it'll stay. Just going to get these started first. It feels okay, actually. I'm going to put this back together and see if it holds. So really the way this is supposed to work is that I think the lid goes onto the computer, and then the LCD panel goes into that. So, okay. So it would close like this, right? So then these have to come up and over like that. Yeah. Okay. So it goes like this. Now this one has a little bit of something in here. And it was the outside screws in both cases. Wow, so that's really broken there. I'm going to need to put that LCD panel's wires through before I screw that together. So I'm just snapping this lid back on. I've got to get this antenna wire out of the way so it'll snap together. And then this little piece of trim is missing, but that's fine. So then this goes this. And that wire is going to tuck in there. And this antenna wire should come across into this little channel. Okay, I think these wires are in generally the right place, so I can screw the lid back on. Just verifying the battery is disconnected before I do this, because there's something like 24 volts that go into the display, and if you don't have it absolutely perfectly lined up. You'll blow the backlight fuse. 24 volts right next to a ground connector or something like that. Plugging the webcam in. This is a small connector. Black on black, it's really hard to see. I think I got it though. Yeah. Just put that tape over that tape. Not the prettiest, but functionally good. Oh, I thought I had these under there. Popped out. There we go. Okay. Antenna wires 1 and 2. They are labeled 1 and 2, so I'll put them back in the 1 and 2 positions. Okay, so antenna wire 2 goes on with no issue, but antenna wire 1 is not cooperating. I'm gonna go over to, actually, let me just take this out of the wire loom so that I can swap their positions, and I'll put 2 down at the bottom, and we'll have 1 pass over 2. Yay! Alright, they're in. Okay, I'm very happy about that. I think I need to get that underneath this extra little bit of wire loom here just to tidy it away. There we go. And this one doesn't seem to stay on the channel. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's all good. Right, now I just need to connect the battery, put the lid on, see if it boots. See if the display works properly and if it's holding on well enough. I'm going to put the remaining screws in because 2 of these cover screws are hinge screws as well. So I'm just going to snap it all together, give it as much structural integrity as we can. Oh, so part of this case cover is it's blown out, like there's no plastic around the screw hole. I don't know if it's worth putting hot glue in there or if that would just make a mess. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna do nothing for the moment with that. I'm gonna just see if this hinge is stable enough. I feel like it's holding. Now the moment of truth is, does it work? You know, does it work? Did I crack it? Looks like it works. All right, so this looks okay. I'm tempted to put a little hot glue right in this corner if I can be sure that I don't get it onto the LCD. I think I might do that. I might stick some paper under there or something to mask off the glue. Don't know how I can do this. Something to mask off the LCD panel. Maybe some tape. Or a post-it. Alright, I'm going to put some underneath in case I drip. Alright, let's try this. Let's see, I'm going to grab a paper towel. Heat this up over the paper towel. I want to turn on my auto exposure. I am still nervous about working with hot glue. So yeah, I think this probably looks terrible. Let's see. What do we have here? I should have done this closer to where my eyeballs were. I feel like I haven't really accomplished anything. Might try it again, only this time with a post-it formed around the lid, stuck onto it. And then another paper towel. This is kind of what I wanted to avoid. That's not too bad. If I can get that yellow post-it off of there, then I'll be flying it. Alright, how does this look? It's a little bit janky, but actually not too bad considering. Should I slice this back a little bit? I think I will. Does it close properly? It does. Actually feels okay. Is everything okay in here? Oh, it's a bit... I think it might be a bit proud, ever so slightly. So I just need to take a little bit off of here so that it doesn't interfere with closing. Oh yeah, no, that still sticks up too high there. I can see it. Okay, that feels pretty good. It doesn't look the prettiest, but I feel like it's helping a little. Why is this thing so unsteady on its feet? It just wobbles as you use it. Like it's warped. Like it's sticking up in the middle. Yeah. That's why. There's some clips in the middle. So there's the piece, I think, that's broken out of here. I wonder if I can just super glue that back onto the case. I'm going to take the case apart again and see if I can get that in there. I'm going to try to glue a bit of plastic back into here. Most of that was paused. Oh no. Well, so I've created, with the little piece of plastic that we had left, I glued it in place and then put some baking soda and super glue around it to form a bond. And from this side it looks pretty good. If you look at it under the microscope, I mean, it sort of looks like it's supposed to. And on this side, you can see, that is quite a hard piece of resin. And hopefully it still fits. It's a bit high. Oh, I gotta take the screw out. I might shave it down a little bit. Yeah, it's a tiny bit high. Just take a little off the top across the whole repair. There we go. All right. Oh yeah. I think we may have just done it. Moment of truth. It works. So it looks like that screw is going to hold. Okay. Yeah, that's tight. So I'm feeling a bit better about this repair now. Yeah. Let's see, does it fold backwards like it's supposed to? If I go all the way back as a tablet. Okay, so let's go back to regular mode. Oh, it automatically went into tablet mode. I think this is fixed. So I'm just going to clean this computer up and get it back to the customer. Let me shut down, log myself out. Okay, I'm going to shut down and clean this thing up a little bit and get it back to the customer. Thanks for watching.